talk to us a little bit about what was kind of going on, because Game 7, Kobe, him not being aggressive, that's never in the same category.
He didn't shoot the fourth quarter.
Exactly. What was kind of from your outside perspective, or maybe you knew kind of what was going on in the thick of things, what Kobe mindset was in that situation? Because it had to be weird, like, Kobe, shoot the fucking ball. Like, what do you?
But you got to back up, because when I was with Phoenix earlier that year and came to the Lakers. So we go up 3-1. I'm talking to my boys in Phoenix. You know. I'm like, exit first round, right? So it's Game 5. So Game 5 is in Phoenix. And I tell the guy, I said, listen, man, we got to win Game 5, okay? Because we got to get this series over with. And Smush Park had done a phenomenal job in the first 4 games on Steve Nash, just into him. Because the whole game plan was to make Steve work and not help as much to give up those threes, right?
Yeah.
And it was working. Smush was all up into him. Smush was long, athletic.
Yeah.
But then some things changed where Smush started to get outside of his game and things start to change. And LO was on the team at the time. And surprisingly to me, Brian Shaw was assistant coach on the team with us, with the Clippers. Phil and them let him kind of get away with it, and Kobe was pissed. That's what really got Kobe mad.
That's what sparked it.
Was watching that we up 3-1. So we get back Game 6. I'm like, bruh, we can't go back Game 7 to Phoenix. Cancel Christmas if we do. Man, Kobe hit this, bro, we go back Game 7. Aaron McKee was on the team. And ironically, here's the thing. We noticed it, but we didn't notice it in the fourth quarter because we getting drilled too. But it was a culmination of a couple of things leading up to that fourth quarter to why Kobe felt like that, because guys got outside of their parameters of who they were and why we were up 3-1, and nothing was being done about it. So I think Kobe at that time, and I don't want to talk for him, was proving a point.
Yeah.
Like, you got to take this and you got to get on this and stop the bleeding early. And I was surprised that Phil let it fester just based on who I thought Phil was as a coach, that would be cut off right away.
Yeah.
But that's what I think led up to it, because Aaron McKee and I were sitting there on the bench like, we didn't realize it at first. And then we was like, hold up. Dude he ain't shooting. He ain't even looking.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because before you knew it, the game was over, and you look at the stat sheet, he ain't shooting the 4. We're like, but in real time, you didn't realize it because the game was going, but then you knew something was off, like Kobe ain't really being aggressive. This ain't Game 7. But I think it was in my opinion, proving the point to the coaching staff.
Yeah. Yeah, because that was what was so crazy about it. It wasn't like he was getting trapped and doubled and the ball had to get out his hands. He was invitingly swinging it. Like,
he was like, oh, you think you can win it? You think you can do this? Go ahead.
Yeah.
That's what I think more of it was that aspect of it. Yeah, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, crazy. I was like, moving people, come get my stuff, man. I'm heading back.
Yeah. Did that end up was that your last?
Yeah, it's my last.
Okay.
And I hated it too, because I got so fed up with just little stuff of the game, of organizations, of hearing one thing and saying something else. And I was just like, man, I could have played a couple more years, but I didn't know mentally if I could handle just being okay with not playing or being a supplemental player. If you just tell me the truth, you tell me what's going on, let me prepare my mind. That's something that didn't happen in Phoenix. And I told Mike D'Antoni that. I said, bro, you go do what you need to do, play who you need to play. But just tell me what's going on. Right. I've been in this league too long.
Right.
I'm still gonna come work. We still gonna do all these little things. Like I had Barbosa and Amari, different guys. We do workout sessions before practice. I said, I still go do all that. But when you tell me one thing and then you do something else, or you don't talk to me when you've been talking to me, now we gonna have a problem.
Right.
And that's the thing that, and as you get older and mature in this league, hopefully for you, you can find yourself winning a championship, be in a situation, and retire the way you want to. But 99% of us don't retire the way we want.
Mm-hmm.
We can't just walk out the door. I think it was even hard for Kobe, as much as he accomplished, to leave the game.
Mm-hmm.
Let alone somebody like myself who got older, probably didn't have a lot of options, kind of got forced out the league. And I think that's what a lot of players post their career deal with, is that they didn't get a chance to leave the league the way they wanted to, which is a tough thing.
Well, I don't know if y'all seen the great Tony Parker the other day. Well, recently just said that this had to be the most pettiest thing I think Kobe was doing at this point. If you can do something this petty, he went to go learn French to trash talk Tony Parker in games, and if that ain't petty, I don't know what is. But with that said, I want to ask you, the times that when you was in the league and you knew Kobe, was there any run-ins you got that you can remember, or anything off the court that you got, like a story like that or something?
No, just in the game. I mean, Kobe was just maniacal, man. We're playing, and well, I'll tell you about competitor, okay? Game, and it's the same thing with Mike. He want to get the foul. I said, man, you getting all the calls, man. Why are you complaining to the ref all the time?
Yeah.
And
right?
you getting all the calls.
All the time. So now, here's how competitive he is. We in practice in LA, playing a shooting game, 5 spots. You make 3, you can continue. So it's all about how many threes you can make in a row. Bottom line is Steve Nash had like 20-something. So Kobe here is talking about it. Kobe said, I want to play. I said, you play 500.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to play.
Right.
So it goes on the course of the year, and he don't really play. Then one day he come in talking about, I can beat you. I said, man, where my 500 at, right? He said, oh, don't let me get lathered up. I said, man, get lathered up so we can go play this game. I said, I can shoot.
Yeah.
I don't care about all that other stuff.
Right.
Kobe starts shooting. How many I got? I said, man, until you get about 15 in a row, I really ain't counting. Right? So then Kobe started getting competitive.
He started getting lathered up.
What? Like, but you can't hold me. You can't. I said, man, this ain't got nothing to do with the shooting game.
Yeah.
My 500. So we get to practice. And so Aaron McKee is on the sideline and Kobe still. I said, all right. Since you was talking all that, I said, Aaron, watch this. I'm guarding Kobe. Every time he got the ball, just hacking it for no reason. No reason whatsoever. Because he wanted to come take our game because he thought he could win.
Yeah.
In their practice, I said, dog, you tested me. I'm cool with you, but you still owe me that 500, though. You still owe me that 500.
Did you get it?
No, I ain't never got that money, man. But piece up the Kobe. But that's how he thought he could win and do everything.
Everything, yeah.
Everything.
Mama mentality.
Yeah, bro.